Now, that's an excellent question. The issue of when do we fast for this fast or these days of fasting of Yawm al-Ashura. The statements of the ulama are three. You have those that say that we fast Yawm al-Ashura. Why? Because this is what the Prophet ﷺ was upon. We understand from the hadith we mentioned earlier today that when he came to Medina, he found Bani Israel fasting and celebrating on that day, and he said, listen, we have more right over Musa than you all. We're going to fast as well. So he began fasting and he remained upon this up until Allah Ta'ala called him back. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And not only did he remain upon it, but he commanded his companions to do it as well. So we understand that fasting on the 10th of Muharram is something that's from the Sunnah. This is one of the statements. Another statement is that you fast the 9th and the 10th. Tasu'a wa Ashura. Tasu'a is the 9th and Ashura is the 10th. Now, this is because the year before the Prophet ﷺ, or I would say the last year of the life of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, he said if he comes up upon Yawm al-Ashura another year or in the next year, so that he can be different from Bani Israel, he's going to fast Yawm al-Tasu'a and Ashura, the 9th and the 10th. So some of the other scholars say, okay, so what's from the Sunnah is to fast the 9th and the 10th. And the third opinion is that you fast the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. The 9th, because of what we just mentioned. The 10th, because of what we just mentioned. And the 11th, because of another hadith. And there's some kalam about that hadith. Some of the scholars say that we use it. Some of the scholars say we don't use it. But either way, these are our scholars. We're not talking about just any old body say that we can use it or anybody say we can't use it. These are bona fide scholars that have made issues of ijtihad. So if you want to fast on the 11th, fast on the 11th. Some of the scholars say it's from the Sunnah to do all three. Some of the scholars say no, only two, and some of them say, listen, you can do one. Listen, none of them are wajib on you. They used to be, according to the statements of some of the scholars, Yawm al-Ashura. Tayyib. And then it became from the Sunnah. So none of them are wajib on you right now. So if you want to fast 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days, alhamdulillah, may Allah Ta'ala accept it from you and all of us and allow us to be of those people who reap the benefits. Allahumma ameen. But don't allow people to tell you, listen, we don't fast on the 11th because it's a bid'ah. Know that the fast of all of Muharram is very important to you as a Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ, in a hadith we mentioned earlier, said that there's not a fast outside of the month of Ramadan that is better than the fast of Muharram. So you should be trying to fast as much of this month as possible anyway. So don't let anyone discourage you with a lot of rhetoric. Fast as much as you can this month. If Allah Ta'ala only makes it available for you to fast on the 10th, fast on the 10th. And again, if you want to fast on the 9th and the 10th, that's even better. And if you want to fast on the 9th, 10th, and 11th, that's even better. Tayyib. So this is hopefully an answer to your question. Those statements, or when do we fast, it depends on which scholar you ask. All three of those statements are statements that are acceptable from our scholars or the scholars of Islam. May Allah Ta'ala continue to aid them and aid all of us and accept from all of us our efforts. Allahumma ameen.